What are you doing? Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, a bit of a random one. I've got a couple of jobs to do on the Karmann Ghia. So we're going to head down to the lockup and go and see how that beautiful little car's doing. Let's do it. So we got the Karmann Ghia, just over a year and a half ago, and I made a couple of videos on the car. We had loads and loads of issues with the air suspension, which on the whole are mostly fixed now, but it still has a couple of leaks, and it's also snapped the accelerator cable. So we've got a couple of new parts. Going to head down there and see if it will start. That's the first job. It's February now, and I really want to make sure the Karmann Ghia is on the road, the split screen is on the road, and dare I say it, we also get the GT6 on the road. On top of that, I've got to fix up the Land Rovers and get them ready for hiring out, because we're getting loads of inquiries for Wandering Icons and the camper van rentals. So yeah, a lot on my plate at the moment. So we're heading to a local storage place that I've been using for a couple of years now. I kept my Porsche in there, kept a couple of the classics in there, and at the moment we've got the split screen in there and the Karmann Ghia. So anyone else deal with ADHD? It's my curse and my power. It's great for hyper focusing on stuff, but I always forget shit. Have I forgot shit today? Have I forgot a camera battery? I've remembered the car keys. That's a bonus. That's the usual one I forget. Let's get inside and see if I have to do another trip back to the house. If you do get the chance to store your car inside, 1000% do it every single time. The thing that I've found is, you know, the Beetle I had was an absolutely lovely little car, solid, and then I left it outside for a year and a half and it wasn't so solid. Cost of getting that fixed, probably £1.5 grand. Cost of storing it for a winter, £80 a month, perhaps £600 for the full winter. I'd definitely take the storage over getting it welded. So the first job, now that we're in here, is see if we can get the car started. I've got the battery disconnected, so we'll do that. And then we need to get it from the storage to the car lift. One thing I've learned about these old cars and storing them outside, even if it's in a cold space like this, is disconnecting the batteries does make a difference. It means when I turn up, there's no parasitic drain on there that has killed it, which is something that happens with the split screen quite a lot with all the camper stuff that we've got on there. But no, happy days. That goes first, or will it start up? Just tell me this is one of the coolest cars you've ever laid your eyes on. So at the moment our throttle cable is literally being held together with a wire thread. It is just about to go. So the plan is to get it on the lift, get it pulled out and replace it with a brand new fresh one from Air Cooled. And as usual, I have no idea what I'm doing. I love this thing. I mean, look at it. It is absolutely stunning. But I do feel like it needs quite a bit of work to make it even more beautiful. So next thing we need to do is get the air ride system working, and to do that we need to get the car running, because otherwise we're just going to absolutely kill our battery. Luckily the split screen's here, so if we have any issues we can get another battery, but for now let's get it started and get this car raised. So once we've used the air ride system to lift the car enough to actually get it onto the car lift, I do a little quick inspection around the car and give it a good shake to make sure that the weight is evenly distributed and nothing is going to surprise me and drop. This is a rear engine vehicle, so the other thing I've taken into consideration is how much weight is over the back end and the front end, and just again made sure that's as stable as possible. But yeah, happy with it, and we can look at Getting this disconnected. I'm not lifting it too high. I just want to get access underneath if I need to. But this works at the moment. I've been reading up on what I need to do. Got to loosen off that back end and then get down there where the footwell is and start threading out the current accelerator cable, and then we can look at getting the new one in. So the first thing we do is get into the engine bay and just loosen off the cable which holds the throttle. Then it's a super simple disconnect on the front end just under your accelerator pedal. So, new parts. This is from Cool Air and it is an MP part that we're putting in and a universal accelerator cable. So hopefully this shouldn't take too long. Start threading through this new one from the front now. Is that at the point in the video where you go, no, Josh, you're going to thread it from the back? Let's find out. Car's been in the air. We've threaded the cable through from the front to the middle. When you're doing this, if you can't get on a jack stand, basically you go over the axle and there's a hole just there. It's fairly obvious. It's literally the only hole that you're going to go through. Push it through, keep feeding in it, and it pops out the back. It was literally that simple. Even I could do it. So it really was that easy to get the cable fitted, and yeah, does it deserve its own video? Probably not. But if you're like me and you have no idea what you're doing, these little wins make all the difference. Well, I'd call that an absolute result. We've got the accelerator cable in, and let me just get this little light in here. We've had an issue with our lights, and this still has these super old school fuses, which I found one that had blown, and I thought I was going to be super unlucky and not have any spare, but look at this little bag of goodies. So one of those in here, and that should mean we've got full lightage. Absolute result. And just like that, another video draws to an end. And hey, if you're enjoying the content, please hit that like button and subscribe, because I could really do with your support. I will see you next time. Bye guys.